Hey everyone, it's Ryzen.
And Liz.
Welcome to the Patriots funeral.
In
So I got the Bucs at the Patriots.
prime time, of course.
Freaking prime time. The Bucs are favored by a lot less than I figured they would be. I have no idea why they're like 7-point favorites right now.
I don't know why it's like
I thought
15.
they'd be 14-point underdogs, but whatever. The Bucs are banged up. So that's the only good thing for the Patriots. No Giovanni Bernard. That's, I think, the biggest loss for the Bucs because the guy is an elite pass-catching running back. So that's a major, major loss. Brady loves those kinds of players.
Yeah.
Jamal Dean's out with a knee. Cornerback. Tight end Gronkowski did not. He's listed doubtful here, but I think he's been ruled out. He didn't travel. Rib injury. And Gronkowski's one of the best tight ends in the league again. So that's helpful to us that he's not there. Godwin was a full participant. He's questionable. He's got a thumb injury. I doubt he won't. I doubt him. I doubt he would miss the game. Jason Pierre-Paul, limited with a shoulder. We got cornerback Carlton Davis with abdomen and ribs. He was a full participant though, so probably play. You got Sue and McLendon didn't practice either, but they're resting. They were at rest days. Nothing to
really?
it. Yeah, veteran rest days because they're old. And then Jaden Mickens with an abdomen. James White listed out. Obviously, he's done for the year. I don't know what they're going to do. You're going to have to figure something out because they got to have a pass-catching running back.
Yeah.
I mean, they do. You've got to figure something out. You got to transition Bolden or something. I mean, you have no choice. You got to get Bolden probably off special temes. He's got to be the pure pass-catching running back. Or you got to make a trade. I mean, or bring somebody up from because I'd say it was stupid to trade Michelle, but Michelle wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing. I mean,
exactly.
Michelle was supposed to have the James White skill set, and for some reason he didn't.
Right.
Which makes no sense because that was his best skill set in college. He was a pass-catching running back.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Suddenly he couldn't catch the goddamn ball and he couldn't run clean routes anymore. Out of nowhere when he came up to the NFL.
Kind of like N'Keal Harry, right? Could make these great contested catches in the end zone in college, and now look what he does.
Couldn't do it in the NFL, so I don't know.
Same sort of deal.
But the Patriots have basically the entire team questionable, so I don't know. I mean, it's bizarre. Jaquan Bentley with a shoulder is questionable. Trent Brown is still questionable with a calf. I mean, come on, dude. How long does a calf take to heal?
Yeah.
It's been like 6 weeks. He got hurt in preseason.
Right.
Or no, he got hurt in the first game.
So it's still been a month.
It's been almost a month. I mean, it's a calf.
Yeah, I know.
Like, how bad could it be?
Right.
It's just a long time for a calf injury.
Yeah.
But whatever. Duggar with a hamstring almost certainly won't play. Hamstrings are never good. Folk with a knee. I mean, they haven't brought up the other kicker, so he's probably playing. Hopefully that knee don't cost him that record chase.
Right.
J.C. Jackson hurt himself in practice somehow with a knee contusion. You know, he's only their best corner, so that's promising.
Right.
I mean, he's probably developed into like a top 15 corner at this point, top 20.
Right.
So that's a big loss.
Yeah.
Josh Uche with a back. More of a depth guy anyway at this point. Van Noy with a groin. That's a problem. Isaiah Wynn. I mean, not that it would be noticeable. The guy's been trash.
Right.
So, frankly, I don't care if the guy plays. He sucks. He was fantastic last year until he got hurt. I don't know what the hell happened to him. He's one of the worst tackles in football.
Yeah.
The only guy on the line that's played well
is a Winwoo,
who's been one of the best guards in football right now.
Yeah.
Maybe even arguably the best guard in football right now.
Which is really weird.
He's fantastic. Should go back to right tackle, frankly. Should maybe play left tackle.
Yeah, whatever would help.
Move Wynn over to right. Defensive end Henry Anderson with an ankle is limited. Whatever. Patriots unfortunately put themselves in a situation where this is now a must-win game.
Mm-hmm.
And it was supposed to be a game you could have dropped because you should have beat Miami. Miami was... They're not a bad team, mind you, but they're just an average team. Saints are pretty average.
Right.
Those were winnable games.
Yep.
Now you have to beat an elite team, maybe the best team in the NFL. Up there with teams like the Rams. So, not a good situation they put themselves in.
I give them a very slim chance of
they
winning.
lose this game, season's over, because they're not going to come back from 1-3.
Right.
Barring a very strange miracle.
Right.
I mean, it's happened before where teams have started that poorly and made the playoffs, but highly unusual.
Yeah.
So what do they need to do?
They need an Aguilar to catch deep passes.
Well, they can't run the ball because the Bucs have a good D line. I mean, the strength of the team is the defensive line.
Yeah.
Secondary's a bit younger. You can kind of exploit them a little bit. So, and the Bucs also are aggressive as their defensive coach. So, they're probably gonna blitz like crazy, like every other team's been doing. So, what they got to get to work is bring the tight ends to max protect. Line's got to hold up.
Right.
In a max protect.
Yep.
And you got to get the deep post to Aguilar. Because that's going to be one-on-one coverage. And you should be able to hit that on a blitz.
Do you think they're going to double Aguilar?
No, they're not going to double anybody.
You don't think so?
No. Why bother?
True.
They're going to be mostly blitzing. You're not going to be able to double. But the problem is that not only are teams blitzing, they're bringing the safeties up.
Right.
And blitzing. Which means, and they're keying in on screens. So the only way to get them out of those blitz packages is you've got to hit that deep post route. And until they hit that consistently,
right,
they're never going to get teams out of this coverage.
Right.
So that's step one. And they should have opportunities for those deep passes with the blitz, but you got to give Jones time.
Right, the line has to hold up.
And that includes, the two tight ends have to block.
Right.
On max protect plays.
Now on the flip side, for the defense,
try to hit quick slants over the middle here and there too.
If they can get that to work.
If they can get that to work, if the middle of the field opens up from over blitzing. Defensively, he's gonna have to.
Without Bernard, without Gronk, it makes it
a bit easier.
A little bit easier, but Godwin's the guy they're gonna have to cover.
Well,
right?
what you're gonna do, the only way you can beat Brady, or to have a chance of beating Brady,
which we all know this now,
is you have to rush 4. You have to get pressure. That means they're gonna have to rush 4 and get pressure with the 4 and the D line.
Well, we'll see if that's even possible.
Well, that's what they're gonna have to do, and then you have to do tight man-to-man coverage all around.
Right.
You don't have to worry about Bernard, so there's not going to be a ton of matchup issues.
No, there shouldn't be.
In theory. And Gronkowski's gone, so you're not going to have. So the matchup should be in our favor here and there, at least mostly.
Right.
So that's how you're going to have to win.
They have to take away Godwin, and they have to slow down Fournette.
And Evans is going to be a problem, but
that's the problem with the Bucs. Is there's so many weapons on that team.
But right now they only have Evans and Godwin as their elite options.
Right, but then they have Fournette as their running back too.
Yes, but they're going to have to stop the run with 4 guys because you're going to have to. You're not going to be able to stack the box. You're going to have to play tight man-to-man. You're going to have to rush 4 and get pressure. And then if that works, you have a 40% chance of beating Brady. I mean, that's just the reality of it.
Right.
The guy's the best quarterback ever. He's the best NFL player ever.
There's no doubting it.
So
he's proven he could play under another coach.
When you look at the games that he has lost through his career, other than complete disaster games that everybody has after 20 years.
Like the Chiefs
game.
Like
the Chiefs game. Like when the Giants won that Super Bowl. They got pressure with 4, tight man-to-man coverage. That's the only way you're going to win. Or have a chance to win. So that's what they got to do. And then we'll see what happens.
I'm predicting a blowout loss, personally.
Well, that's what I think is going to happen.
I think it's going to be like, I'm going to predict 44-7.
I don't think they're going to lose that badly, but they'll probably give up, 28-10, probably. They'll probably lose.
If they can score a touchdown, I'll be amazed.
Well, I mean...
It could happen, but the red zone's been an issue.
The red zone thing makes no sense to me. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. it's got to be play calling in the red zone because they have the perfect team for red zone offense.
Right.
2 top 10 tight ends, fantastic collection of running backs. On paper, an elite offensive line. I don't know what happened to it, but on paper, it's supposed to be elite.
Right.
I know you lost Joe Tooney, but that's not a huge loss when you had 5 guys that were elite.
Right. Exactly.
Suddenly, only one of those guys is elite.
You think part of the problem is that Skarnecki retired?
Maybe, but Owenwu didn't even play with Skarnecki.
That's
He's
true.
always been elite. I think he should have been Rookie of the Year last year.
He certainly could have been.
He was in the conversation.
Right. But do you think the change of O-line coaching is showing?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on. I really don't. Because Andrews, Mason have been mediocre at best. Isaiah Wynn went from elite to
garbage.
Probably the worst tackle in football, and I don't understand how that happens. I don't. And you watch his technique. He steps wrong. Swim moves constantly just go right by him. He doesn't plant his feet properly or anything anymore. It's just really weird things. Owen was the only guy that still has solid technique. And I know the right tackle is injured, but I mean, who knows if Williams is even going to be any good.
Right.
So, I don't know.
So your guess is as good as ours is what actually will happen in this game.
Yeah.
I think that Brady's just going to come back because they lost last week, which is going to put a fire in his ass to win this game.
And that's another problem is they just lost to the Rams.
Right.
They're not going to drop 2 in a row, and unlikely. So, I don't know. The other thing is, does Brady get booed? I don't think so.
I don't know.
I doubt it. I wouldn't boo the guy. I would be surprised if Brady got booed. He will probably get a standing ovation.
Yeah, right.
when he takes to the field.
Right.
Out of respect.
I would think so.
He won 6 rings for the damn city. I mean,
I would think.
Best player in their history. Best player in NFL history, just statistically speaking. And, playoff wise.
Right.
So we'll see. I don't know. I'm not expecting much. Put themselves in a shitty situation. You make your own bed. You gotta lie in it. So we'll see. All right. Well, thanks for watching.
And hopefully they call more offensive offense.
Yeah.
Offensive offense.
I mean, aggressive offense.
Aggressive offense. Thank you.
Offensive offense. They gotta defend the defense.
You know what I mean.
Aggressive offense.
They have to be more aggressive.
Yes. They gotta. You either trust Jones or you don't. And that's the reality of it. We're gonna find out this week. Because otherwise, those blitzes and the safeties coming up is never going to stop.
Right.
That's going to be the same problem they had last year.
Yep.
And you don't have Brady to throw guys open. So, or change plays or anything as effectively as him.
Yep.
So, whatever. They need a more aggressive play calling, period.
Yep.
All right. Take care.